British men are cowards. The men in Britain are a bunch of cowards. They're pussies. You know, they'll get in a fight because they're drunk. They like to slosh their brains on drink, but they won't stand up against Freemasons. They won't stand up against Rotary. They won't stand up against police. The men in Britain have a weird fetish. They like to say stuff like, "Oh, I hate them pedos. Fuck you, pedo, pedo." And what did the men do in Britain? They kissed the arse of Jimmy Savile. They kissed the arse of Rolf Harris. They kissed the arse of King Charles and the other King Philip, that puke. The High Freemasons, those are High Freemasons. They're not kings, they're High Freemasons. And for those that don't understand, King, Duke, Earl, Prince, those are names, those are titles given to demons. Alright? Right, like Satan, the Lord and the King of the earth. King Baal. You know, whether Baal's a demon or not is down to subjective opinion, but there are other demons that have titles like that. It's not something a human should be calling itself, but maybe they should be. Maybe, I mean, the royals are demons after all, so, you know, there's that, but what a bunch of disgusting men British men are. And yeah, not you, Richard, but sorry, don't take it personally, but men of Britain, if you're watching this, yeah, you lot, you're a waste of space. I remember getting bullied at school. I remember what the men of Britain were like. I remember them. I remember them ganging up and punching me and trying to push me down the stairs. And I remember the teachers who were of a certain race, as were the bullies, not doing anything and being quite happy to see it happen. Because I'm what's called a targeted individual. Yeah, I got really badly bullied. And men of Britain, you're supposed to be protecting your children. Women, oh, the British Bulldog spirit. No, more like British Chihuahua spirit. British little Pinscher Schnauzer, whatever they are, those small dogs spirit. Yeah, you were plenty tough to me, weren't you? But you won't do anything against the police, will you? What a bunch of cowards you are. And yet you have the audacity to talk about Robin Hood and Robin Hood was an outlaw. Robin Hood had no problem taking out law enforcement. He went and did it for sport. What do you think his bow and arrow was for? He was shooting targets, and like little round targets in the forest? No. The targets were the sheriff's men. He was going after the sheriff and his men. Men of Britain, you've given yourselves cancers. You've let it happen to your wives. You've let it happen to your parents. You've let it happen to your siblings and your children with vaccines. You make me disgusted to associate with you. That's why I don't associate with you. That's why I have no male friends. I never want any. It's very hard for me not to beat most of you into submission. Now, I don't do that because I know that if I do that, then I'll have law enforcement on me. Then I'll have to beat them up. And I know how that ends. Now, I'm not scared of law enforcement. I've had fights with them too. I've had enough of every single bastard adult man is a coward. And I can forgive the Down syndromes, people with anxiety, because I have anxiety. But I'm still willing to stand up. It's disgusting. And for those that think, oh, well, you just got to be nice. Just be nice. You know, just live and let live. That's what the Masons rely on. They're predators. They're predators. I know one group that deals with the vaccinators. I know one group that does a good job. Does a proper job. Doesn't let them repeat the same problems. I'm tired of being this person, actually. I'm tired of having to go around because I don't have a girlfriend because, again, I've got nothing to say to the men. I mean, what am I supposed to say to a woman's father? Oh, hello, sir, let me shake your hand out of respect, even though I've got none for you, mate. I don't even want a life in Britain. I don't want a life where this goes on. I've got nothing to say. Now I'm going to bed. It's 7:30 in the morning. I'm off to bed.